Yo YouTube, guys here, and today I'm here with another video. But today I'm not doing a Pokemon related video. I am actually doing kind of a tutorial video. It's all about Camtasia Studio, how to record with it, because a lot of people have been asking me how I record. So I thought, why not just share it with you guys. The thing I do want to note, I'm not showing you how to download it because of the fact that well, there are a lot of our tutorials on YouTube and you can just go ahead and search that up. But what I just did is just clicked on the, if you download it, just click on the little green button that says well, download. But well, just the Camtasia button, and you end up with this format screen. Unfortunately, I have a little tiny bit cut off, but it's not that important. The first thing that you have to keep in mind is that I'm already recording with Camtasia. So if you want to record with Camtasia, like it tells when you're recording, you get this screen. I will post an image of the screen that you get in the beginning, just when you want to start recording. But the first thing you have to keep in mind is that you have to select a area that you want to film. It always changes the way that you pretty much it stays in the shape of a YouTube video, which is pretty nice. But you have to just select the screen, just record the amount of screen that you have, that you need for a video. In my case, I pretty much got it off right here. I don't want to show this. And there is a audio button which you first gotta check. You have to check if you have selected both the mic quality and the system audio. If you don't want any system audio for like a music clip that is playing in the background, you're just listening to, and you don't want everybody to listen to, just shut down the system audio. And if you don't want to record your voice, just cut off the microphone. But those are just the things you have to keep in mind for the audio. The thing that I do recommend is if you want to Skype with someone. So for example, for me, like Showdown Lives with friends, always select the system audio, because your friends or Skype callers will be recording in the system audio. But you have that big red button that says record. That's pretty much the thing that you have to do. It counts down to 3, and well, 3, 2, 1, and it records the screen. As long as you don't have to just click the white button for Camtasia, this is not gonna pop up, which it shouldn't. I mean, I can show you guys. I think, can I show you guys? Yeah. This green button is just the Camtasia in general. This white button is the recording tab. If you don't have it open, so if you're just recording this shouldn't be in the screen unless you just click it. But you shouldn't click it. But well, you can just go ahead and record your video. Good luck with that. But if you want to edit in Camtasia, I mean Camtasia is there for editing as well. After you record, you have to press like F10, I believe, and that stops recording. And you have the option to either produce, which I should not recommend. Producing it will pretty much just straight up be a audio file, or just the recording, so the dimension might be screwed up, the audio might be screwed up, you don't have any background music most of the time, so that's not really recommended. I would, if you want to delete it, you can just click on delete. If you want to save and edit, I mean that's pretty much the thing that I always click. You can go ahead, it saves as a track file, I believe, something like that. You can just name it for like I do, like Teach TV. I recommend well, if I record an episode of Teach TV, I always call it TT12, I believe. For example, if I did episode number 12. But it automatically brings you to the Camtasia Studio. If you don't want to record right then, you can just go ahead and click it away, because yeah, you can just click it away because you're not recording. So that's how to record. How to edit? Well, if you just start off with a clean slate, you can just import media. In this case, yeah, don't really mind the Dutch, because I am Dutch. But I made it so that all my videos will not appear on the videos file, but on documents, YouTube, and videos. This is where all the track files will save. Once a video is fully edited, I have saved it under the Camtasia Studio, because this map will automatically just download. And for example, you always have an MP4 file, which this is the file you should upload to YouTube. But like I said, I'm not really interested in that right now. For example, I'm gonna edit a video that I just recorded, which is DHTV number 12. And the way that you drag a file, or if you want to edit a file, the only thing you have to do is like drag it over here. And if you want to record the system audio, which I didn't select for this episode, you only got the voice and the screen right now. And if you do want to select it, it shows another tab like system audio. So if you're in a Skype call, yeah, you should keep that. But if you, for example, want to, the thing that first thing I have to do, I have an intro. You can use like Clipmaker for that. You can just again drag it over here. Make sure it selects. The first thing I always do is select in transition. These are just transitions between audio clips. If you want to, in a recording, you can just, if you want a split screen in a recording, you can add split right here and add a transition, because if you cut a little bit out, so if I would cut this out, well, let's do that. It shows like a really weird line, but you can't add a transition right here because the box isn't yellow. I don't want to cut that out though. But if you do want to add a transition in the middle of a video, you can just go ahead and select this, select split, and this will show as two different types of files, or just two different files. If you want a transition, you can do that. So that's the way how you do it in the middle of the video. But like I said, I have an intro and the content. So what the one I really like is fade. So I just drag it over here and I fade it into it. So it does show a nice fade. Like, can I show you?
Yo YouTube.
That's pretty much the fade. And like it's like you see right here. In this case, I didn't select a file that really fit these because I have my settings on 720p. If you want a 180p one, you can just select that as well. I mean, it will be a really big screen, but for my content, I don't really mind the 720p quality. I really like it, so I just select 720p. And the way that you fit this in a border, you can just drag it to the corner right here, and bam, that's full screen. And this is just so that you don't have like the black borders in a YouTube video, which otherwise really just it wouldn't be good. The thing that I really recommend is pretty much in the YouTube video, the thing that I think is the best, the thing that you should keep in mind for is the audio. And what I usually do is just turn up my audio a little bit, and the thing, the green lines appear when you click audio, and you can just select to move it up for like harder audio and move it down for softer audio. And for example, when I'm in a Skype call, my audio appears to record it pretty soft in comparison to other people. So I usually turn up mine a bit and turn down there a bit.
Encounter, and today
And in this case, I do think this audio is pretty nice. I don't need to enable voice noise removal because my pop filter does that automatically for the most part. If you do want that, you can just enable noise removal and adjust the sensitivity. If you do it right, the sensitivity, put it all the way up, you're gonna hear like underwater music.
here with another episode of TGTV.
I hope you guys heard that because that was really bad. In my case, it just does it automatically at like 0%, I believe. Yeah, it does it as for 0%, but it doesn't show you right there. You can go ahead and fool around with these ones. You can do a fade out with like your voice or the music. To do just a fade out, you can select it, and I believe it shows you at the back of the video. Yeah, it shows you this part. You can change that up, so from like declining from this point or this point. I don't really do it with my voice because I want my voice strong until the end of the video, but it might be nice for music. And speaking of music, if you want to import music, I mean, I already have it downloaded. Wait, it's not on download, it's on music. It should be music, but again, I'm Dutch. I have all these music videos, and I selected after my intro, and I just drag it until, wait, yeah, it's nice from around here. And again, if I would leave it at this, the audio would be really hard, and I usually turn it down to like 7% or so, or 5%. And you should keep in mind that you want it.
Hey, I'm here with another episode of TGTV.
Yeah, so I do hear my voice, I do hear the audio, which is pretty nice, and that's basically how I want it. But like you see, the video itself is longer than a music. But what I usually do, if I want to record it with the same music, just drag it around. Otherwise, just again select an other media file. But in this case, I want to keep it nice and simple and use the same music. So I'm gonna cut this. Quit. No. I'm gonna cut this out. Yeah, if you want to double click, you can check what music it is. But that wasn't really the main essence of that. But I will tune this down, and I will see you guys in a tiny little bit. So, as you see right here, I turned down my audio files, but in this case, my audio is longer than my video itself. And what you should just do is drag it so it ends at the same time, which is, yeah, what I recommend. If you want to add visual properties, I will show how you can do it as well. This is a call out, so if you want to add a call out, just click add call out, and you will see what a call out is. It's like a screen or something like that, where you can just type in lols, something like that. Really bad example. You can change like the color, the effects of it in general, for like shadow, if you want to give it shadow. You can also do like a border with it, but I don't really bother doing that. You can also select other types of frames. There are a pretty nice amount of them. This is a transparent hotspot, so it's just basically text. So basic text. Like I said, in this case you don't see because my background is pretty black, so I might change it to white. I might change it to impact. Impact's my favorite art style. You can change the nice call out right there. In this case, I don't want the call out in my video, so I won't do it. You also have the zoom in pad, in which you can focus on a certain part of the screen if you want to zoom in. The thing that I do want to recommend, because if you do it like this, like if you want to show, I have no idea, like this guy that is above, you can do it, but keep in mind that if you keep it like this, it doesn't save. Well, it does from the entire point of the video. I mean, you can do it if you want to, but in this case, well, I never like to do that, like focus the entirety of the video on that spot. You might want to just change for a second, in which case you again just have to split the audio file, well, the video file into, just select this, select the next point that you want to deselect it, so maybe at this point you have this tiny little clip in the middle, and you can just go ahead and zoom in this part. I do believe don't know why you would do this.
This letter is this.
But like you see, after this little clip is over, the zoom is also over. But in this case, I don't want to zoom. But this is how you add zoom. The last part I want to show you is, do I want to show you anything else? Well, transitions you already had. You have more options, like cursor effects. If you don't want a cursor on screen, yeah. Oh, yeah. Select the file. You can add an animation, but I don't know why you would. You can make your cursor a little bit bigger, like you see right here. You can spotlight it, you can highlight it, which has this really awful border. You can also magnify it, so everything that is in front of the, wait, can I show you? I want to show you.
So you don't have to get as much point.
So everything that, yeah, everything my cursor goes over is gonna have this blur, this zoom in, this lens. I really don't want any visual effects with my arrow in general. I don't think, I don't know why people would want this, but in case you do want that, there's the option, I guess. Do I want to show you anything more? And visual properties. If you want an animation on screen, for example, you want to let like a PNG file fly over. The thing that you have to do is go to here, import media. I don't have a. Do I want to show you a? Let's just pick this a zoom reel. If I want this a zoom reel to fly over screen, just select the spot that you want the PNG to be in. You can stretch the file if you want to for like the entire video. In this case, if you want to let it fly over, let just it's you just have to like start from this point if you want to, and you can again visual properties, and you can add an animation basically to for example, yeah, so I want to let it fly over there. That's a possibility as well. I really don't mess around with this often, but I do believe that a animation is added.
And 5.
Right? It should be added. I mean, I can stretch this for like a length, so I want to let it like slowly fly over. You can do it. Fly over. So if you want to do that, you can also do that for like a random sentence or something like that. And if you want to keep it, you want to make it slower, you can stretch it even more. If you want to have faster, you can stretch it even less. But that's basically how you let a random image fly over the screen if you want to. Do I need to show you any more? I mean, you can also record camera if you want to. If you want a face cam, you also have the option to like the recording screen for a face cam. It will be a box right up here. You can just change it around if you want to. Voice narrations, I don't recommend these because they have a lot of glitchy sounds in them, so it wouldn't be really nice. And if you're all done with the video, or you wanna, I might show you. I'm gonna show you how to make an end slate. If you wanna make an end slate, the thing that I do is I already have a image from a site, yeah. So this is my basic end slate, and I just add it on here and drag it out a bit. And like you see, when the video ends, a lot of people see this. I'm gonna add annotations to this, so the video and the subscribe button will be clickable. How do I let a video play on this? Well, a lot of big YouTubers can do it with like an extra function, but if you aren't a big YouTuber like me, you can just go ahead. The thing that I do is just go for a recording you already finished. In this case, this will be uploaded. Okay. So let's pick solo one. This video is gonna go up one day before this video will go up. So this is the entirety of the video. I drag it over here. Like, that's not good. Oh wait, wrong video file. Sorry. This file right here I have to have. I'm gonna zoom out to really see. It's a pretty big. So if you would drag it over here, this right now doesn't look right. It doesn't look right for a end card. The thing that you have to do is first of all pick a little part of the video that you want as the end card. So what do I want as the end card? A little bit, like it's gonna be a little clip of like 30 seconds at most. So what part I'm gonna select a little clip. Just, yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. So I found a spot that I want to start it at, and the thing that I just do is drag this cursor around all over here. So I clip this out. Like I said, I want it like 30 seconds, so I will play it and I will deselect it as well. So I will see you guys in another second. So like I said, I found the clip that I want to end it at. I'm just gonna drag it all over here, clip it out, and just drag it over here so it starts at the same time as my end slate. I'm gonna let my end slate just do this. It's like to be as long, but then again, if it starts, you just see my full screen video. So what you want to do is select the file that you want to make smaller. So in this case, the video itself. I'm gonna fit it inside of the box, the end slate. I will actually leave a link to the in the description of the site that I made this end slate at, and the video which taught me how to make an end slate. Shout out to that little girl. So basically the end slate is now this, which looks pretty nice. In this case, I do have to cut a little bit in this video, I believe. Do I? Well, I don't. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this tutorial. The last thing you want to do is produce and share. If you want to produce and share, just tap the quality, but like it says like here, it automatically selects 480p, which I don't want. If you do want it, I should recommend either doing this or this. With Smart Player, you get a internet link to your video. That's basically a thing that I make my thumbnails with. So I do select the Smart Player one. At that point, it will let you just name the file. And after doing that, well, rendering starts, so have a nice hour after that. And that's basically all I have to say about making videos in Camtasia. So I do hope you guys learn a little bit about this. I'm gonna actually back out. For the guys who are new to this channel, this is a Pokemon related channel, so if you don't like Pokemon, well, at least I could help you with this. But I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. Okay.
You convinced me.
Okay. Go for SD and hope.
Gunk shot. Or SD. No, gunk shot's better play because if he like stays
Oh.
in, what are you doing? You're choking. Oh wait, nice dodge.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so he is Pex.
No, he's not. I told you, he's like Dragon Fang. Let's go. We can win. Bad players always get rewarded.